Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody! The gypsy rover came over the hill, bound for the valley so shady. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang. He won the heart of a lady. Your part goes like this. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang. He won the heart of a lady. She left her father's castle gate. She left her own true lover. She left her servants and her estate to go off with that Irish rover. Let's sing it now. I-dee-doo-da-dee-doo-da-day. I-dee-doo-da-dee-day-dee. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang. And he won the heart of a lady. Well, her father was none too pleased about that. Hello there, nice hat, like your hat. So you know what her father did? Her father saddled his fastest steed. He roamed the valley all over. He saw his daughter at great speed, and that wandering Irish rover. Everybody sing. I-dee-doo-da-dee-doo-da-day. I-dee-doo-da-dee-day-dee. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang. He won the heart of a lady. Well, he came at last to a mansion so fine, down by the river Clyde. There was music and there was wine for the gypsy and his lady. Well, the daughters decided to come out and greet her father. He was pretty upset. He couldn't figure out what's going on. She ran off with this Irish rover. Well, you know what she said to him? Well, he's no gypsy, my father, said she, but he's lord of these free lands all over. And I will stay till my dying day with my wandering Irish rover. Here we go! I-dee-doo-da-dee-doo-da-day. I-dee-doo-da-dee-day-dee. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang. He won the heart of a lady. Everybody now. I-dee-doo-da-dee-doo-da-day. I-dee-doo-da-dee-day-dee. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang. And he won the heart of a lady. Oh, yeah. Thank you for I-dee-doo-doing with me. So, feels to me like it might be a little too loud. No? Are we okay? You know, some people need to turn their hearing aids up. How's the volume? Seriously, are we okay? All right, good. Because we want to make me fill up the room. Speaking of gypsy rovers, this is an Irish pub song. The last one was a very old traditional Irish ballad. Ballad means story song, and there's a lot of them in the Irish tradition. And this is a little bit of a different sort of a Irish rover song. It's called the Wild Rover, and it was written originally way back when they were trying to keep people from drinking. Believe it or not, it was a temperance song. But I found out from my wife and our two grown kids, they took a trip to Ireland a couple years ago, and I was supposed to go with them, but they forgot to tell me when they were going, and I was all Can you believe that? They booked plane flight. Oh, so by the way, we have these plane tickets. We're all going as a family to Ireland, you know. I said, great, when are we going? And they told me, and I said, you know, I have all these concerts. I can't cancel them in 2 weeks' notice. So they went, and all I got out of it was a screensaver for my computer of a photograph of a Galway Bay, which is on there right now. So when we sing Galway Bay, I can think of my computer, not the real Galway. But I did tell them I'm going there by myself one of these days. I've been to Scotland, and I'm sure if Scotland was such a treat for me, I'm sure Ireland will be more of a treat. Anybody been to Scotland or Ireland? How many people have been to Ireland? Oh, good. Yeah, beautiful part of the world. Well, anyway, they said about this song, they said, oh, we heard the Wild Rover in all the bars. And of course, my 20-something children wanted to go see the bars. My wife wanted to go to the museums, right? They ended up in the bars, poking around. So this song is not a temperance song anymore. It's a drinking song. I've been a wild rover for many a year. Spent all me money on whiskey and beer. And now I've returned with gold and great store. and I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover, the wild rover no more. I went down to the alehouse I used to frequent. I told the landlady, me money's all spent. So I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. Such a custom like yours, I could have any day. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover, the wild rover no more. So I took from me pockets 10 sovereigns bright. Oh yes, the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She said, yo, I'll have whiskey and wine of the best. Then I'll take you upstairs and I'll show you the rest. Uh-oh, no, nay, never. Clap, 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 clap. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover, the wild rover no more. So I'll go home to me parents, I'll confess what I've done. But I'll ask them to pardon their prodigal son. Now if they caress me as oft times before, well, I'll promise, I'll swear, I'll never, ever play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover, the wild rover no more. Everybody, here we go. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover, the wild rover no more. Woo! Wild rover. Oh, the only thing missing in this pub is the beer. Not to mention the Irish whiskey. Oh, there's a few of these, a few mates in here that snuck some in. You're not supposed to do that. Well, she asked me if I wanted to fill my water bottle up over there, and I said, no, I have another place to fill up my water bottle. So here we go. It was a drinking fountain, I have to confess. All right, here we go. So here's 2 Irish American songs. Everybody knows. If you don't know the verses, they should have gotten forgotten over the years. By the time the first verse ends of each of these 2 songs, you're going to know what song it is. But when you get to the chorus, you have no excuse not to sing. These are beautiful old songs. I have to sing the verses. They're really pretty. All right, here we go. If you listen, I'll sing you a sweet little song of a flower now drooped and dead, yet dearer to me than all of its mates. Yet each holds aloft its proud head, was given to me by a girl that I know. Since we've met, faith, I've known no repose. She is dearer by far than the world's brightest star, and I call her my wild Irish rose. My wild Irish rose, sweetest, sweetest flower that grows. You may search everywhere, but none can compare with my wild Irish rose. My wild Irish rose, the dearest flower that grows. Someday for my sake, she may let me take a bloom from that wild Irish rose. They may sing of their roses, which by other names would smell just as sweetly, they say. But I know that my rose would never consent to have that sweet name taken away. Her glances are shy whene'er I pass by the bower where my true love grows. And my one wish has been that someday I may win a bloom from that wild Irish rose, my wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows. You may search everywhere, but none can compare to my wild Irish rose, my wild Irish rose. She's the dearest flower that grows. Someday for my sake, she may let me take a bloom from that wild Irish rose. Yes, someday for my sake, she may let me take a bloom from that wild Irish rose. Oh, yeah. Wait, golly, you knew that one? Well, you knew that one, you know this one. These are both waltzes, so if you want to get up and do a little waltz. How much will you pay them if they get up and dance, Marge? Nothing? What about they dance on the tables? I told them they're going to be at $10 a song if they dance on the table. Maybe she's not going to pay you this year. Last year she paid everybody $10. I don't know what happened. Of course, nobody danced on the table, so. There's a tear in your eye, and I'm wondering why. For it never should be there at all. Such a power in your smile, sure a stone you'd beguile. So never a teardrop should fall. With your sweet lilting laughter, like some fairy song, your eyes twinkle bright as can be. You should laugh all the while, and at other times smile. Now smile a smile for me. You know what this is? When Irish eyes are smiling, sure 'tis like a morning spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. Nice singing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. And when Irish eyes are smiling, they'll steal your heart away. For your smile is a part of the love in your heart, and it makes even sunshine more bright. Like the linnet's sweet song, crooning all the day long, comes your laughter and your light. For the springtime of life is the sweetest of all. There's nary a care nor regret. And while springtime is ours through all of life's hours, let us smile each chance we get. Belt it out now. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure 'tis like a morning spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. Irish hearts are happy. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. And when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they'll steal your heart away. Yay! Thank you for singing. Yay! Well, I'm sure since a lot of people raised their hands when I said if you were Irish or been to Ireland, it's got to be somebody in the room that has a mom that came from Ireland. Oh my goodness, we have a couple of them. 3 of them. 4 of them. Gee, this really is an Irish crowd. Oh my goodness. This song is for you guys. Did your mother come from Ireland? Is there something in you Irish? Can you tell me where you get those Irish eyes? And before she left Killarney, did your mother kiss the blarney? 'Cause that little touch of brogue you can't disguise. Oh, I wouldn't be romancing, I can almost see you dancing where the carry pipers play. Surely we'll be sharing in the shamrock you'll be wearing on the next St. Patrick's Day. Did your mother come from Ireland? 'Cause there's something in you Irish. That bit of Irish steals my heart away. Yes, that bit of Irish steals my heart away. A hand for all the Irish moms. Yay. Well, if your mother came from Ireland, I don't know if you, when you were a kid, sang this song. I'm still trying to figure out why people think of this as an Irish song, but kids love it, and I can't get away without doing it because it's really fun. It's called the Unicorn Song, and we need some people to act out the animals. Who wants to do the animals? We got green alligators, long-necked geese. Come on, be a good sport. Yeah, I'll pay you $10. Come on. What a bunch of chickens. Okay, green alligators, long neck. You can do it sitting from your table then. I won't put anybody on the spot. You got green alligators and long neck geese, okay? And then it goes on from there. Okay. So, it's a fun song. Well, a long time ago, when the earth was green, there were more kind of animals than you've ever seen. They ran about and played while the earth was being born, and the loveliest of all was the unicorn. There were green alligators, the long-necked geese, some humpty-backed camels, and some chimpanzees, cats and rats and elephants. Very good. She's got the sound effect. Did you hear that? I'm embarrassing as much as possible. Cats and rats and elephants. Let me hear your elephant one more time. Cats and rats and... oh, that was a cat? It was gas. At least she's honest. Cats and rats and elephants, as sure as you're born. The loveliest of all was the unicorn. You can at least get the unicorn. All right, unicorn. Okay, there we go. Well, the Lord seen some sinning and it caused him pain. He said, stand back, I'm gonna make it rain. He said, hey, brother Noah, I'll tell you what to do. We'll build us a floating zoo. We'll get some green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpty-backed camels and some chimpanzees, cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, where's the gas? There we go. Loveliest of all was the unicorn. Oh, Noah was there to answer the call. He finished up the ark as the rain began to fall. Then he marched all the animals two by two, called out as they came to, oh Lord, I got some green alligators, long-necked geese, some humpty-backed camels and some chimpanzees, cats and rats and elephants, and sure as you're born, can't seem to find those unicorns. Well, no one looked out through the driving rain. Well, the unicorns were hiding, they were playing silly games. Well, a kicking and a splashing while the rain was pouring. Oh, them silly unicorns. We got green alligators, long-necked geese, some humpty-backed camels and some chimpanzees, cats and rats and elephants, and sure as you're born, can't seem to get those unicorns. Oh, the ark started moving, but it drifted with the tide. Well, the unicorns looked up from the rocks and cried. Well, the water came down and sort of washed them away. That's why you don't see unicorns today. But we've got green alligators, long-necked geese, some humpty-backed camels and chimpanzees, cats and rats and elephants, and sure as you're born, you're never gonna see a unicorn. Woohoo! You did it. Thank you. Here's a little springtime song about a tree that lives in a bog. It requires clapping along. 1, 2, 3, go! Hi-ho, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. Hi-ho, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. In that bog there was a tree, a rare tree, a rattling tree, tree in the bog down in the valley-o. Hi-ho, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. Hi-ho, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. On that tree there was a branch, a rare branch, a rattling branch with a branch on a tree in the bog down in the valley. Hi-ho, the rattling bog, down in the valley-o. Hi-ho, the rattling bog, down in the valley-o. On that branch there was a nest, a rare nest, a rattling nest, there's a rest. There's a nest on a tree in the bog down in the valley. Sing it! Hi-ho, the rattling bog, down in the valley-o. Hi-ho, the rattling bog, down in the valley-o. In that nest Yes, there was a bird, a rare bird, a rattling bird, a bird in the nest, on the branch, on the branch, on the tree, and a tree in the bough, down in the valley. You know what birds like to eat, don't you? Well, in that bird there was a wee seed, a rare seed, a rattling seed, and a seed in the bird, and the bird in the nest, on the branch, on the branch, on the tree, and a tree in the bough, down in the valley. You know what that seed's gonna grow up to become? Well, in that seed there is a tree, a rare tree, a rattling tree, tree in the seed, and the seed in the bird, and the bird in the nest, on the branch, on the branch, on the tree, and a tree in the bog, and a bog down in the valley. Here we go! I-ho, the rattling bog, down in the valley, oh. I-ho, the rattling bog, down in the valley, oh. Okay, folks. Somebody came up here, a lovely woman came up to me who knew, she said her parents sang all the old Irish songs when she was a girl, and she knows them all. And she listed a bunch, some of which I knew, some of which I didn't. But when I mentioned this one, she said, oh, I know that. So I'm gonna sing a couple of the ones that she mentioned. And this one, this is actually an Irish-Canadian song. It was written by an Irish person from Canada, from Ontario. And I bet everybody in the room can relate to the sentiment in this song. I'm getting as bad as you with your gas there. He wrote this song for his sweetheart. They met in elementary school and got married and lived and stayed married longer than any of us probably did. And he wrote this song while they were both still together and alive. And that was many years ago. I don't think they're alive anymore. Was anybody here born in 1866? That's approximately when this song was written. I wander today to the hill, Maggie, to watch the scene down below. Well, the creek in Old Creek and the mill, Maggie, where we used to long ago. The green grove is gone from the hill, Maggie, where first the daisies sprung. Well, the rusty old mill is still, Maggie, since you and I were young. They say I am feeble with age, Maggie, my steps less sprightly than then. My face is a well-written page, Maggie, but time alone was the pen. They say we have outlived our time, Maggie, as dated as songs we have sung. But to me, you're as fair as you were, Maggie, when you and I were young. Yes, to me, you're as fair as you were, Maggie, when you and I were young. Such a sweet song. Well, speaking of sad but bittersweet songs, I'm tempted to ask first if I sing this because some people might not want me to do it. Take You Home Again, Kathleen? We have to sing it. You know why I'm asking? A couple of years ago, I did this song and one woman got up and walked out. I thought she has to use the bathroom or something. Or you know, whatever. Go get a shot of whiskey or whatever. And she came back when the song was over, and then I noticed that because nobody else got up. And then she came up at the end of the show and said, I'm sorry I had to leave during that song. When I was a little girl, my name is Maggie. My parents would sing that damn song to me all the time. Every time I hear it, it drives me crazy. So I realize that can happen with these songs. You never know. But it's a beautiful song. Johnny Cash did a great version of this. I'll take you home again, Kathleen, across the ocean wild and wide, to where your heart has ever been, since first you were my bonny bride. Well, the roses all have left your cheeks, I've watched them fade away and die. Oh, your voice is sad whenever you speak, and tears bedim your loving eyes. Oh, I will take you back again, Kathleen, to where your heart will feel no pain. And when the fields are fresh and green, I will take you home again, Kathleen. Well, I know you love me, Kathleen, dear. Your heart was ever fond and true. I always feel when you are near that life holds nothing more than you. Oh, smiles that once you gave to me, I scarcely ever see them now. Oh, many, many times I see a darkening shadow on your brow. Oh, I will take you home again, Kathleen, to where your heart will feel no pain. And when the fields are bright and green, I will take you back again, Kathleen. Yes, and when those fields are bright and green, I will take you home again, Kathleen. Well, thank you for singing with me. It's a beautiful song. You know, I think we really should go to Ireland right now. I didn't get to go a couple years ago. Some of you have already gone. But we could take a free trip in our imagination. The trick is we have to haul the sails because we're going to sing an old Irish sea shanty. And your job, and by the way, this is a free aerobic class, don't miss it. Put your hand on a rope. That's an order from your captain. All you mates. So the sea shanty is a work song of the sea, which means everybody, the reason we have them is there are some you just sing in the evening called forecastle shanties. Those are just for enjoying, but most of them have a job. This is called a short drag shanty. You're pulling up a heavy anchor or a small sail. So you got to pull really hard. So on the word Joe, you take your rope and you go, Joe, like that, all right? You can do it. All right. And I know those of you who are real sailors, you know you pull hand over hand, but for the sake of the song, it's a little easier to keep the beat if you just put two hands together and go, pretend you're pulling the rope like that. All right, here we go. It's called Haul Away, Joe will go over to Galway Bay. Oh, when I was a little lad or so, me mother told me, way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. That if I did not kiss the girls, my lips would all grow moldy. Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Oh, King Louis was the king of France before the Revolution. Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. But then he got his head chopped off, which spoiled his constitution. Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. St. Patrick was a gentleman, he came from decent people. Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. He built the church in Dublin town and put on it a steeple. Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Well, once I was in Ireland a-digging turf and praties. Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. But now I'm on this Yankee ship a-hauling sheets and braces. Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. And the cook is in the galley, always making duff so handy. Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. And the captain's in his cabin, he's a-drinking rum and brandy. Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Oh, way, haul away, we're bound for better weather. Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Oh, way, haul away, we're hauling all together. Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Give yourselves a hand, we're getting the sails up there. Woo-hoo. Well, if you have a complaint, take it to the senior center. Maybe they'll give you a prescription for like a physical therapist or something. You're working too hard. Maybe it's the gas. I can't. I have to milk that one, don't I? Yes, sir.
We're getting the pressure back here.
Oh, that's a problem. This is what my wife would call fifth grade humor. She gets annoyed with me for, jokes like this. They're bad. It's not supposed to come from a lovely young lady. Jokes like that. Well, she's not young and she's.
It wasn't really me, it was the one.
Oh, now blaming it on them. We better move along quickly. So let's pretend we just sailed into my screensaver, which has Galway Bay on it. That's what I told you I got from my family when they went to Ireland, a couple of photographs. Put one of them up on a screensaver, so now turn my computer on. There's beautiful Galway Bay. One of these times I'm going to get there. But this is a lovely old Irish song with that name, Galway Bay. If you ever go across the sea to Ireland, well, it may be at the dimming of the day. Oh, you'll sit and watch the moon rise over Claddagh and watch the sun go down on Galway Bay, just to hear again the ripple of a trout stream, the women in the meadow making hay, and to sit beside a turf fire in a cabin, watch the barefoot gossoons as they play. For the breeze is blowing o'er the sea from Ireland, a perfume by the heather as it grows, and the women in the upland digging praties speak a language strangers do not know. For the stranger came, tried to teach us their ways, scorned us just for being who we are. They might as well go chasing after moonbeams or light a penny candle from a star. Now if there is going to be a life in the hereafter, and somehow I am sure there's going to be, I will ask my God to let me make my in that dear land across the Irish Sea. Galway Bay. What a beautiful song. Many years ago when I first sang that song in a concert, I said Galway, because it's spelled G-A-L, and this very sweet woman from Ireland came up to me at the end of the show and said, well, you did okay, except when you tried to fake the Irish accent, you really messed that one up. It's a gal, G like G-A-U kind of sound, not G-A. So Galway. So I had to practice that. All right, so while we're in the theme of sea songs and in a mellow mode here, this is my favorite sea. This would be called a forecastle shanty. It's the kind of thing the sailors would sing down below in the evening after a hard day's work. It's called Fiddler's Green. As I walked down the dockside one evening so fair, to view the still water and take the salt air, I heard an old fisherman singing this song. Take me away, boys, my time is not long. Wrap me up in me oilskins and jumper. No more on the docks I'll be seen. You know this one, right? Tell me, old shipmates, taking a trip, mates, I'll see you someday in Fiddler's Green. Fiddler's Green is a place I've heard tell, where sailormen go if they don't go to hell, where the weather is fair, the dolphins do play, and the cold coast of Greenland is far, far away, where the skies are all clear, there's never a gale, and the fish jump on board with a swish of their tail, and you lie at your leisure, there's nothing to do, and the captain's below making tea for the crew. Wrap me up in me oilskins and jumpers. No more on the the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, taking a trip, mates, I'll see you someday in Fiddler's Green. Now when you were docked and the long trip is through, there's pubs and there's clubs and there's lassies there too, where the girls are all pretty, the beer is all free, and there's bottles of rum hanging off every tree. Well, I don't want a harp nor a halo, not me. Just give me a breeze and a nice rolling sea. I'll play my old squeeze box as we sail along. With the wind in the sails, we'll be singing this song. Wrap me up in me oilskins and jumpers. No more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, taking a trip, mates, I'll see you someday in Fiddler's Green. Just tell me, old shipmates, taking a trip, mates, I'll see you someday in Fiddler's Green. Isn't that a great old song? All right, so that's an Irish forecastle shanty. Hey, it's time for some Irish step dancing. Who's going to volunteer? Well, this is just your legs. You don't need your arms. She said her arms are tired, but from hauling the sail. Irish step dancing requires no use of your arms whatsoever. Just you put them behind you. You know that, right? You're just trying to get out of this. I think we should get her. She even has her name tag on. Helena, is that right? Or Helena?
No, you were right first.
Helena. Would you like to come up and dance for us?
I got my sketches on.
Now, here come the excuses. I got my Skechers on here. I forgot to put my shoes on. I just had my hip operated on. Everybody's got an excuse. All right, we're going to do a little Irish jig. If anybody gets inspired, just jump right up and start dancing. This is called an Irish bouzouki. What did he say? It's a cross between a Greek bouzouki and an Italian mandolin. The Irish, a few generations ago, took an Italian mandolin, which is half the size, double strings. So I play a lot. It's a great instrument. And they put it in a room with a Greek bouzouki, a long neck double string instrument. And they put on some really romantic music. And a couple days later, this was born. So it's a cross between those two instruments. As Marie Antoinette once said, let them eat cake. She's passing the cake around. Here she comes. All right. So, on an Irish jig, which has 3 beats, like a fast waltz, you clap on the 1 beat. So you clap, 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 clap. Hello, clap, clap, clap. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's it. Keep it going. Stop there, since nobody danced. That's okay. I actually have an Irish step dancer here with me. He lives in my banjo case. I'm not kidding. These are called lumberjacks. They do Irish step dancing a lot better than you did. So I'm going to do just a wee bit of one of his favorite songs. It's about him. People call him the little beggar man. As you can see, he doesn't get much food. And these are musical instruments, so when they dance, they make a sound. They're a percussion instrument. It's an Irish percussion instrument. So I know you won't all be able to see me, but I'll sit over here and I'll sing a wee bit of his favorite little song. So at least somebody did some Irish step dancing today. All right, here we go. So here's how they work. And this is a little story about him called The Little Beggar Man. Oh, I am a little beggar man, a beggar I have been. 3 square more on this little alley green. Don't for melody down the cigar. No mother name of old Johnny Do. But the trees are going out begging is the best. But when a man is tired, he can lay down and rest. He can beg brothers and there's nothing else to do. Pat around the corner in his old rigadoo. It's over the fields with a pack on my back. Over the fields with a great heavy sack. Holes in my shoes and my Johnny do, this is old Johnny do. Rum-ba-ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Woo! There we go. Oh, this poor little feller is older than anybody in the room. They've been around for hundreds of years, but he came from Ireland 150 years ago. He was a sprightly young lad when he came here, but he's gotten a little wooden in his step in his last few years. Yeah. Speaking of bad jokes, what's green and Irish and stays out all night? Somebody knows the answer, right? Green and Irish stays out all night, besides your husband. Ha ha ha. Anybody know? You want to know the answer? No. Patio furniture. Told you it was bad.
Mine's in the shed. That's why I don't know.
Well, well, to put my little feller to sleep, we're going to sing that beautiful, you know what, famous Irish lullaby. It has very sweet verses. This is also a waltz, so if you want to dance. I'm giving up on the dancing. That's okay. Over in, you know it? Over in Killarney, many years ago, my mother sang this song to me in tones so sweet and low. Just a simple little ditty in her good old Irish way. I'd give the world if she could sing that song to me this day. In dreams I wander to that cot again. I feel her arms around me, hugging as way back then. And I hear her voice a-humming to me as in days of yore, when she used to rock me fast asleep outside the cabin door. Tora, lora, lora, tora, lora, lai. Tora, lora, lora, hush now, don't you cry. Tora, lora, lora, tora, lora, lai. Tora, lora, lora, that's an Irish lullaby. What a sweet song. This young lady who spoke to me, whose family sang all these Irish songs, she said they used to sing this one. So I'm going to do it. It's called The Mountains of Mourne. Oh, Mary, this London's a wonderful sight, where the people here working by day and by night. Well, they don't sow potatoes, nor barley or wheat, but there's gangs of them digging for gold in the street. At least when I asked them, that's what I was told. So I just took a hand at this digging for gold. But for all that I've found there, I might as well be in the place where the dark morn sweeps down to the sea. I believe that when writing a wish you'd expressed of how the fine ladies of London were dressed. But if you believe me, when asked to a ball, they don't wear no tops to their dresses at all. Oh, I've seen them myself, and you could not in truth tell if they were bound for a ball or a bath. Don't be starting them fashions now, Mary McCree, in the place where the dark morn runs down to the sea. Beautiful girls here, oh, never you mind. Beautiful shapes, nature never inclined. Lovely complexions of roses and cream, but let me remark, in regard to the same, that if all those roses would venture to sip, the colors might come all the way on your lip. Ooh, I'll wait for the wild rose that's waiting for me in the place where the dark morn goes down to the sea. Do you remember Diddy McLaren, of course? He's over here with the rest of the force. Saw him one day as he stood on the strand. He stopped all the traffic with a wave of his hand. And as we were strolling, the days have gone by. The whole town of London stood there. He cried, for all his great powers, is wishing like me to be back where the dark morn sweeps down to the trees. To be back where the dark morn sweeps down to the sea. Mountains of Morn. Isn't that a beautiful song? Ah, yes. So I went to ask, anybody here know the Black Velvet Band? You want to sing that one? We're not going to have time for everything, so I'm going to... oh, you know, we better sing this song. Maybe we'll come back to that. It's a great song. But let's do one that everybody knows. Here we go. There's a statue of this young lady in Dublin. You know who I'm talking about. In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, I first set me eyes on sweet Molly Marlowe, as she wheeled her wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger, for sure 'twas no wonder, for so were her father and mother before. They each wheeled their barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Well, she died of a fever, and nothing could save her, and that was the end of dear Molly Malone. Now her ghost wheels her barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Everybody now. Oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Yay! Well, I mentioned the little beggar man, the dancing guy, is a percussion instrument. This is a real percussion instrument from Ireland, the bodhrán. It's actually Celtic. It's not just Irish. It's Scottish, Welsh, Irish, Scottish. The Celtic world have had these drums for a long, long time. They played with a double-ended drumstick for a lot of the dancing music. So if I'm in a band, somebody will be playing the bodhrán while people are dancing, like you people have danced before, and maybe you'll dance to this. We're gonna do a little Scottish tune here, in honor of you Scots people. Now we have to practice our brogue. Scots-Irish brogue requires rolling your R's a little bit. You cannot sing this like a Yank. You got to sing it with a rolling of the R's, because it's kind of a rolling off your tongue kind of a song. So let's practice by all going like this. That'll loosen your tongue. Or you can just have some Irish whiskey, that'll also loosen your tongue. This is a ballad. The young lady I was speaking to said she knew all the old Irish and Scottish ballads. I bet she knows this one. This is a true story about a wee lass back when I was a lad many hundreds of years ago. I knew this lass. Her name was Mary Mac. Here's what happened. Mary Mac's mother was making Mary Mac marry me. Now you know it's an old song. Worse than that, though. My mother was making me marry Mary Mac. So I had no choice. I had to marry Mary to get Mary to take care of me. But, well, now you know it's an old song again. We'll all be making merry when I merry Mac. As you can tell, it's a tongue twister. So I'm going to sing that slowly, and your job is to see if you can do it with me. I'll do one line at a time. Merry Mac's mother making merry Mac, marry me. But do it with a little more of a lilt. Ready? Merry Mac's mother making merry Mac, marry me. My mother's making me merry Mac. You had. I'll have to marry to get married to take care of me. I'll have to marry to get married to take care of me. We'll all be making merry when I marry Mac. We'll all be making merry when I marry Mac. All right, so I'll sing the story. If you want to help me out, get to the chorus, just go like that, or go. Nobody's gonna know that. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. There's a nice sweet lass, and her name is Mary Mac. Make no mistake, she's a lass I'm gonna take. Lot of other fellas that would get up on her track, but I'm thinking that I'll have to get up early. Mary Mac's mother making Mary Mac, marry me, and my mother's making me marry Mac. So I'll have to marry to get married to take care of me. We'll all be making merry when I marry Mac. Now Mary and her mother going an awful lot together. In fact, you never see the one without the other. The fellas often wonder if to marry or her mother, or the both of them together that I'm courting. Mary Mac's mother making Mary Mac, marry me, and my mother's making me marry Mac. Have to marry to get married to take care of me. Well, I'll be making merry when I marry Mac. Oh, when is on Wednesday, everything's arranged. Her name will soon be changed, unless her might be changed, to make it the arrangement just about the range. For marriage is an awful undertaking, sure to be a grand affair, and grander than a fair. Coach for all rich and poor, every pair that's there. We'll dine up on the finest share, I'm sure to get my share. And if we don't, we'll all be very much mistaken. Here we go! Mary Mac's mother making Mary Mac, marry me, and my mother's making me marry Mac. Have to marry to get married to take care of me. Well, I'll be making merry when I marry Mac. It's actually supposed to go a wee bit faster than that. Ready? 1, 2, go. Mary Mac's mother making Mary Mac, marry me, and my mother's making me marry Mac. So I'll have to marry to get married to take care of me. Well, I'll be making merry when I marry Mac. That's a fun one. Oh, let's beautiful Scottish little sing-along here. For the summertime is coming, I hope, and the birds are sweetly singing, tweet, tweet, and the wild mountain thyme blooms around the purple heather. Here's your part to sing. Will you go, lassie, go, and we'll all go together, and we'll all go together to pull wild mountain time, to pull wild mountain time, all around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a bower by yon clear crystal fountain, and on it I will pile all the flowers from the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go, and we'll all go together, and we'll all go together to pull wild mountain time, all around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love will not go, I will surely find another to pull wild mountain time, all around the purple heather. Last time, everybody. Will you go, lassie, go, and we'll all go together, and we'll all go together to pull wild mountain time, all around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Oh, thank you for helping with that. Isn't that a lovely song? Oh, yes. Well, we have time for a few more. So I'm going to sing one that I know a lot of people have been asked me about. Well, it could be Carrick Fergus, but it could be the Fields of Athen Rye. That one you know. Yes? Yeah. We don't have time for all of them, so we'll do the Fields of Athen Rye. Now, this song was written in the last 20 years, but it's about something that happened a long time ago, and it's become a theme song for the Celtic soccer team over in Ireland. The soccer, everybody sings this in the stadiums, thousands of people sing it together all the time, every time they have a game. And it's about what was known then as the terrible hunger, or as we would call it, the potato famine, where 1.5 million people starved or left the country. 750,000 of them came to the United States. Some went to Canada, some went to New Zealand and Australia. And if you went to England during the potato famine, you had to change your accent a little and pretend you were English. It was illegal to be Irish in England at the time. So that wasn't a good thing either. So most people said, well, we'll go to a Medici. There were jobs, there were canals, factories, railroads. Oh, I've been working on the railroad. You know, there's all kinds of songs like about that, Irish-American work songs. But when they got here to Boston or New York, a lot of signs in the newspaper said, no Irish need apply. When you have 750,000 people are coming all at once over a period of 20 years to a new place, it overwhelmed the local population, and so they got discriminated against, as you probably know. So it was a lot of discrimination. But with this gentleman in this song, he decided to stay home and try to feed his family. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young girl calling, Michael, they are taking you away, for you stole Trevelyan's corn, so the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Low lies the fields of Athenry, where we once watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By a lonely harbor wall, she watched the last star falling, as that prison ship sailed out against the sky. Sure, she'll hope, wait and pray for her love in Botany Bay. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams, songs to sing. So lonely round the fields of Athenry. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young man calling, nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crown, I rebelled, they cut me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams, songs to sing. So lonely round the fields of Athenry. We had dreams and songs to sing. Oh, our love was on the wing. So lonely round the fields of Athenry. Beautiful song. Some of you knew it and sang it with me. Thank you. Well, we could be here all day. That was just the first set. So what you do now, if you're in an Irish pub, is you go grab yourself something to drink, come back, sit back down. I'm not sure how much time we have, Marge. What do you think?
You can stay here as late as you want.
Well, one thing I've learned, you don't want to be singing away. Thank you, I appreciate that. I could sing a couple more if it's okay with you, but if it's all right, I don't want to be people that have to feel uncomfortable walking out. Worst thing is two things are bad. You don't feel good about walking out if you have to go somewhere, which you might have to do, or something. And the performers aren't supposed to, you're not supposed to keep going until everybody wanders off and leaves you. That doesn't look good either. So I'm going to ask the young lady who knew all these songs, if we were going to sing a couple more, would we sing Four Green Fields or Danny Boy or both? Can we do both? All right, we'll do those two. They're both very sad, though. Is that okay? Yeah, everybody loves a sad song. I got to tell you a quick story, though, about sad. When I was 12 years old, our little elementary school was near our house. I would go home for lunch. My mother would be there watching at 12 o'clock, The Love of Life. 12:30, Search for Tomorrow. 1:45, The Guiding Light. Those soap operas, right? Some of you might remember. So I was becoming a cocky 12-year-old, pre-adolescent kind of kid, and I said, Mom, why do you watch those stupid shows with all those depressing things happening? And she said, oh, they make me feel bitter about my own life. Which is some truth when you sing sad songs. It's also very cathartic to sing beautiful sad songs. But these songs also tell a story. This song that we were just talking about, Four Green Fields, written in 1967 by the great Tommy Makem, Irish singer-songwriter. It's an amazing song. And what he did is he personified Ireland and called it a lovely old woman. Like all of you here, although none of you are very old. How's that for flattery?
That was a quick pickup.
That was pretty good. I recovered on that one, right? So the Four Green Fields, that's what he did. And it became a very, very famous song in Ireland, and it's sung in most concerts by people who do traditional Irish music. So we're doing traditional Irish music right now. What did I have? Said the fine old woman. What did I have? This proud old woman did say. I had 4 green fields, each one was a jewel. But strangers came and tried to take them from me. I had 5 strong sons, they fought to save my jewels. They fought and died, and that was my grief, said she. I can't help but think of Ukraine when I do this song. Long time ago, said the fine old woman. Long time ago, this proud old woman did say, there was war and death, plundering and pillage, my children starved by mountain, valley, and sea. Their wailing cries, they shook the very heavens. My 4 green fields ran red with their blood, said she. What have I now? Said the fine old woman. What have I now? This proud old woman did say. I have 4 green fields, but one of them's in bondage, in strangers' hands, who tried to take it from me. But my sons had sons, as brave as were their fathers, and my 4th green field will bloom once again, said she. My 4th green field will bloom once again, said she. Tommy Makem. If you're not familiar with him and you like Irish music, go find him on YouTube. Him and he had a lot of great music and wonderful bands. Well, I guess we have to do the last song. But I'd like to follow up the last song with something happy. So I don't know if this is the last song. You know what I mean?
Finish on a happy note, please.
If we do Danny Boy, then we have to do a happy song after that. Oh, then we'll be here all day, right? Because then I'll do another sad song. And then No, thank you for being such a nice audience. Really, I mean that. It's always great. I told my wife this morning, I'm going to my favorite senior center. She said, where? I said, Burlington. I really mean that. I always have the best time here. So I want to thank you for always being so welcoming. And I'm glad we can finally gather in person again. And I want to thank this young man over here. During the pandemic, give him a hand. He's been taping shows, mine and a lot of other people's, and giving them out to the community for free, and with Marge's help in the senior center. And we did a bunch of things, pre-recorded and Zoom concerts during the pandemic. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the flowers are dying. So you must go and I must buy. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. So I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Danny boy, my Danny boy, I love you so. And when you come and all the flowers are dying, if I'm dead as dead I may be, you'll come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me. And I shall hear the softy tread above me. Oh, my grave will warmer, sweeter be. And if you bend and tell me that you love me, I shall sleep in peace until you come to me. And if you bend and tell me that you love me, I shall sleep in peace until you come to me. Good, beautiful song. Oh, lovely. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Makes me cry every time I sing it. Well, we could end with the Wild Colonial Boy. There's an upbeat song. That'll get people going. That'll give you the mood for leaving. I was going to sing my favorite closing song called The Parting Glass, which is also kind of sad, though. It's about everybody leaving, and then one person's left raising their glass. It's a great Irish pub song. But, you know, we can't do too many sad songs. Everybody will just start falling asleep or crying. We don't have enough beer to cry in the beer. Well, The Wild Colonial Boy, do you know that one? Yeah. So it's a true story. He's the Robin Hood from Ireland. All right, we'll do it on guitar. I sometimes play it on the banjo, but it works on the guitar. We don't have time to switch instruments. It's getting late. All right, here we go. And thank you again for being a great audience. Thanks, Marge, for inviting me back. You're great. Thank you. And I'll see you again next time. We have another show coming up this summer sometime, I think. I forget the date, but I'll see you next time. Here we go. There was a wild colonial boy, Jack Logan was his name. He was born and raised in Ireland in a place called Castlemaine. He was his father's son, his mother's pride and joy, and dearly did his parents love that wild colonial boy. At the early age of 16 years, he left his native land, and to Australia's sunny shores he was inclined to roam. He robbed the rich, he helped the poor, he shot James McAvoy, a terror to Australia, the wild colonial boy. One morning on the prairie, as Jack he rode along, listening to the mockingbird singing a cheerful song. Up stepped a band of troopers, Kelly Davis and Fitzroy. They all set out to capture that wild colonial boy. Surrender now, Jack Durgan, where you see there's 3 to 1. Surrender to the king's high name. You are a plundering son. Jack threw 2 pistols from his belt. He proudly waved them high. I'll fight but not surrender, said the wild colonial boy. He fired a shot at Kelly, which brought him to the ground. And turning round to Davis, he received a fatal wound. A bullet pierced his proud young heart from the pistol of Fitzroy. And that was how they captured the wild colonial boy. And that was how they captured the wild colonial boy. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Thank you again.